back to Republic TV. What we are breaking right now is this bizarre stand taken by National Conference President Farooq Abdullah, perhaps after a huge drubbing in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh polls. You have Farooq Abdullah saying that अगर बुरी लैंग्वेज का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया होता, अगर कुछ लोगों ने गलत भाषा का प्रयोग नहीं किया होता, तो गुजरात में कांग्रेस जीत जाती. Which means if Congress would not have resorted to, some netas in Congress would not have resorted to really abusive language, then Congress perhaps could have emerged victorious in Gujarat. Let's listen into what Farooq Abdullah has said.
मैं समझता हूँ अगर कुछ आदमियों ने गलत बात नहीं की होती तो कांग्रेस जीत जाती है गुजरात. मगर कांग्रेस ने जो दिखाया है गुजरात में, ये एक बहुत अच्छा साइन है. मैं समझता हूँ अगर कुछ आदमियों ने गलत बात नहीं की होती तो कांग्रेस जीत जाती है गुजरात. मगर कांग्रेस ने जो दिखाया है गुजरात में, ये एक बहुत अच्छा साइन है.
All right, remember National Conference have been the allies of the Congress party in Jammu Kashmir's political turf, but when Farooq Abdullah, the National Conference patron, makes a statement like that, in a way it's a direct hit on the Congress party, and especially the campaigning and the strategy, the way it panned out for the Congress party during Gujarat elections, vitriolic elections, one of the most vitriolic elections that the nation has seen. My senior correspondent and our political in fact, Payal Mehta is joining us on phone line. Remember, she is covering Parliament. In fact, Payal, when Farooq Abdullah says this, it's interesting coming from National Conference for the Congress party, in a way taking a dig at the way Congress not only lost the polls in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh, but the whole abusive tactics that some of the netas of the Congress party had in fact used earlier.
Well, of course, yes, this Farooq Abdullah, former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, who in fact, if you look at what he said, it seems that he's drawing in a lot of sympathy for somebody like
I think we've disconnected that phone line with the Payal. It got disconnected. We'll try and reconnect with Payal Mehta, but let's understand what this means. Well, Farooq Abdullah says that अगर कुछ लोगों ने गलत भाषा का प्रयोग नहीं किया होता तो कांग्रेस गुजरात में जीत जाती. मैं किसी का नाम नहीं ले रहा हूं, लेकिन वो भाषा कहीं न कहीं कांग्रेस के लिए गलत निकली. Or this perhaps is a dig or jibe at Mani Shankar Iyer's niche comment, and also that too makes it interesting because the statement or the stand is coming from none other than Farooq Abdullah, who has always in fact backed Congress party on various occasions, because remember, Congress and National Conference have run Jammu Kashmir's government in coalition numerous times. Now, Payal again joins us on this. Yes, Payal. So, what could be the possible message that Farooq Abdullah has sent to the Congress party when he says this?
Well, of course, it looks like more of sympathy for Rahul Gandhi, because it was pretty evident that these comments made by Mani Shankar Iyer and also people talking about Ram Temple clearly, dented the kind of hard work that Rahul Gandhi was putting in over here, and given the fact that Rahul Gandhi and his Congress party has got about 77 seats, so that's something which is extremely important. If you remember, Sakal, even when the entire episode...
Well, I'm sorry, we're not able to get through your audio link, but then we'll try again. But Farooq Abdullah, when he says that अगर कुछ लोगों ने भाषा का प्रयोग नहीं किया होता, गलत भाषा का प्रयोग नहीं किया होता, कांग्रेस जीत जाती. Let's listen in.
मैं समझता हूँ अगर कुछ आदमियों ने गलत बात नहीं की होती तो कांग्रेस जीत जाती है गुजरात. मगर कांग्रेस ने जो दिखाया है गुजरात में, ये एक बहुत अच्छा साइन है.
All right, and now this is a a sort of jibe that has come from Farooq Abdullah on his old friend and ally Mani Shankar Iyer, and a direct hit when Mani Shankar Iyer in fact used that word niche for Honorable Prime Minister. That in fact triggered multiple political reactions cutting across political spectrum. Well, Congress couldn't really hide its face at that point in time, especially Mani Shankar Iyer, and then he did in fact on the very next day apologize, but then the damage was done. And in fact, Congress also in a damage control mode suspended his membership from the Congress. Abhishek, our executive editor, joining us on phone line on this story. It's very interesting, this statement coming from Farooq Abdullah for Congress, the way they've run Jammu Kashmir government, and Farooq also had been in the centre when UPA was at power on numerous occasions. Is all going well between the Congress and the National Conference, Abhishek?
Well, there is an attempt to come together, and in all likelihood that might happen. But the context of the present statement is obviously the results of yesterday, and the fact that increasingly Congress party looks like not performing at all in election after election gives jitters to possible allies and even the present allies in terms of whether the party can help them come back to power in 2019 at the same time. And the results of yesterday prove that Congress party is that much distant from even taking a shot at 2019, or their chances have got weakened that much. So in that sense, if allies express concern, and that's a very mild way of expressing concern, because it's like hair splitting after the verdict is over, because Farooq Abdullah was silent when either the Chai comment or the Mani Shankar comment happened while the campaign was on. So possibly at that time they thought that maybe it will help the Congress party, but it has not. Now they are coming out with their analysis. Essentially, it is concern at Congress party's failure to perform at the hustings and the consequences of it in terms of their collective destiny at coming to power.
You know, just a few days back, in fact, it was the same former Chief Minister of the state, Jammu Kashmir, who had said that his party, the National Conference, Abhishek, will go to polls, assembly polls in Jammu and Kashmir, and they'll fight it alone. Well, it seems that, like you just rightly mentioned, that there is a possible hint that he has dropped, considering the fact that they have on various occasions joined hand with the Congress party in Jammu and Kashmir when Ghulam Nabi Azad was also the Deputy Chief Minister. Abhishek, many thanks for putting this statement of Farooq Abdullah, executive editor, in fact, putting that in perspective.